Hi, this is for a starter, and this is a review of the S.H.Figuarts Hulk from the movie Thor Ragnarok. So this is the packaging, and this is another Time Machine Webshop exclusive. So we have the usual logos and the movie logos right here, his face on both sides and some poses at the back. So let's open the box so I can tell you more about Hulk. Stopping its way to S.H.Figuarts line is Hulk based on the movie Thor Ragnarok. As depicted in the movie, Hulk sports a gladiator-style armor with basically the left arm is heavily protected and the shoulder plate that protects the figure. What is also prominent are the otherworldly warrior marks on his face and trickles down on his chest and waist. What is included in the box are 2 open hands, 2 holding hands, and 1 face replacement. Swapping the face will be familiar sight for S.H.Figuarts collectors by removing the front piece of the helmet first. It reveals a square hole that is enough to support the entire faceplate. When you use the other hand part, you need to place the oblong-shaped hand support on first before placing back either the open or holding hands. Both cups have left and right indicators to help you place them correctly. Lastly, on the accessory list is his axe and mace, similarly to the movie. These are very light weapons and can be easily carried by both hands. So side-by-side comparison between the Hulk Age of Ultron and Thor Ragnarok, this figure right here is taller than this one. So even if you go back to back, you can see the huge difference between the two in terms of the gaps. So there's a lot of articulation points for this figure. So let's go through this one by one. We have a head and neck joint. It has a good range of motion, even though there's a accent right here on the helmet. You can tilt the head this way and move it forward all the way like so. So other than that, we have upper bicep swivel right here. And then we have this on the shoulders that you can push it all the way in or all the way out, but be careful when you do that because sometimes this piece right here just pops out and then it's difficult for you to move it back to its default state. Other than that, we have a double jointed elbow, a wrist joint right here, and this default stage that you don't need to use any of the hands or wrist support. It's good that you can still move this from up and down, left and right. It has a really 360 motion on this one. And then we have an upper torso right here, quite limited, and then we have a waist joint. The good thing about this section right here is you can really bend a Hulk all the way to the front and all the way to the back like so. And then we have upper thigh swivel, and then it can go in and out. Because of the lower guard right here, it does have some limitations. But since this is on a rubberish material, you can easily bend it to your liking. So other than that, we have this piece right here that's quite loose on the waist, so it doesn't hinder most of the low midsection. And then we have thigh swivel right here, double jointed knees. It can bend all the way like so. And then we have an ankle joint and a toe joint right here. The shoulder guard right here can go up, so you can move the arms all the way like so, and you can do a 360 motion. It allows you to have a good range of motion for this one, and it won't be hindered on the shoulder piece. The shoulder piece also, other than doing an open close motion, it can also move from side to side as well. So other than that, we like my comparison between the old Hulk and the Thor Ragnarok version. It still has a gap, but it's not as terrible as the Age of Ultron version. There are some limitations on the upper torso because of the accent right here, and then other than that, this one does have a problem because of the piece right here, and whenever you move the arms, it's a challenge to rotate the entire arm because of the joint, how it is made. You can raise the arms like so, but once you put it in default state, you really have to grind it to put it back to its original form. It has this really weird way of moving the entire arm. Then if you try to twist it, if you try to twist the arm, it does have this way of, you have to find the actual joint and then try to twist it back to, in order to put it on the default state. So those are the things that you need to know about Hulk in the movie Thor Ragnarok. The entire set is really a more exciting release than the first Hulk. There are more accessories you can choose from that makes the possibilities almost endless. However, it is not as articulated as the Age of Ultron edition, since some of the armor does hinder most of the articulation. Aside from this, it is quite difficult to maneuver the shoulders back on its default state. Lastly, the hands of parts I feel do not support at all, as it lessens the gap between the stem of the ball joint and his hands. And that is my review of the S.H.Figuarts Hulk from the movie Thor Ragnarok. If you want to know the possibilities for this figure, do check out the photos at the end of the video, and don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more toy reviews.